Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Adeola Mosaku, and in today's video we are going to be looking at things that make your house smell fresh. If you're here for the first time, welcome to the community of Know About It, because I talk about things you might not know about. But in today's video we're going to be looking at different things that make your house smell so good and so fresh. So if smelling fresh in your house is important to you, stay tuned to the end. You might learn one or two things. Without any further ado, let's go right into it. So the first place I'm going to be starting is the bin. We use our bin all the time. So that's where all our trash go into, whether it's recycle or if it's just food bin or if it's just your general waste. So we do use our bins a lot, and we do try to keep it nice and fresh for most of the time, if possible. So a lot of you also asked me in my previous video when I mentioned about putting some powder in the food bin. A lot of you asked me about that particular powder and how I keep my bin fresh. So that's going to be the first thing I want to mention today. So the first product we are talking about here is a Neutradol. It's a odor destroyer. I got this from the pound shop, so you can get it in any pound shop, I hope. It's a powder form, so you just open it like that and you pour it into, it works really brilliantly with a food bin. I use it all the time in our food bin, and you get no odors coming out of there. Obviously, if you've got too much food for a long time in there, you will still get some odors coming out, but we barely get any odors coming out from it because we replace the bin liners ever so often, probably almost every day. So this is the reason why this works really well. In combination though, if you're trying to make sure that the bin you use outside is clean and to give it a good wipe, this is really good. It works for both indoors and outdoors. It's a disinfectant and it kills germs. It smells really nice. It's got like a little nice lemony lime smell to it, which I quite like. Best way to use this, you spray it directly into the bin and also on the lid, and you can give it a good wipe. If you've got food stains on the lid of your bin, this is a very good one to just wipe it with. So what I do, if I'm having a bin I'm using outside, if it's washed, I just give this a quick spray and I put this in the bin. I use this to spray it and wipe it down sometimes, and then I use this to make sure that there's no odor coming out. So a combination of both of them works really well. This is the Osmo bin deodorizer and freshener as well. So what this does, it just keeps your bin area fresh, but you have to figure out the different ways of using it. One, you can put it on the lid of your bin. Secondly, you can put it on top of, just in front of a bin. It depends on where you're using it at. I'll show you how I use it on mine. So what I didn't realize was that it has a click to it. So this has like a hook, and it's got like a sticker at the back of it, so you can stick it to wherever you want to put it. So what you do is you click this in here, and then you wait till when you hear that click, and that's when it activates it, and you can stick this anywhere you want. Basically, most of the time it would be in front of the bin or at the back of the bin or on top of the lid or maybe at the door of your bin. I'll show you how it works on my kitchen actually. When I bought this, the idea I had in mind was that I was going to put this here and I'll be able to shut it and that should be fine. But when I came, put that back and try to close it, and it wouldn't close. So you have to bear that in mind, that wherever you're going to put it, especially if you're going to use it in a cupboard or in an open door, you have to make sure that you've got enough space for this to be able to close your drawers. So what I ended up doing was I placed it here. So there's one just right here. You might not be able to see it, but there's one right here. So what I can't tell you is that, do I smell anything from the bin, like any kind of lime smell? No. It keeps it fresh. It's always fresh in there, so that's fine. So I can't tell you that it's working or it's not working. It keeps the bin fresh, fine, but I'm not getting any scent from it, is what I'm trying to say. So if you use one of these ones and you've got a different result, or let's know how you're getting on with it, because I would like to know, maybe I need to use two. Maybe if I'm using two, I might be able to get some scents going down, but at the moment it doesn't do anything apart from maybe just keeping the bin fresh. So each of these units will last you up to 6 weeks. So once you've used one, you have to try and make sure that you replace it every 6 weeks. So 2 of them will last you for about 12 weeks, which is about 3 months. So that's not too bad if it does what that is. Have you ever been in a room before and maybe someone has just been sick in it and it smells really bad. Well, it's happened to me a couple of times when one of my daughters been sick before, and it smells really horrible. The only thing that I can find that works well, that just doesn't cover up the odor but eliminates it completely, it's this Pure Essential. It is absolutely amazing. It's got 41 essential oils in there, but what it does is eliminates and destroys bacteria completely. So you put only 1 puff or 1 or 2 puffs. You have to read the instructions on how to use it, but you only need 1 or 2 puffs, and that's it. It will completely kill any kind of bacteria you've got going on in that room. So it's very strong. It's very potent. So what you need is to make sure that you read the instructions while you're using it. But this is highly recommended. My next product is when you're in the loo. I know it's a bit disgusting to even to talk about it, but yes, we all do a number 1 and a number 2, no big deal. So this is what I use. I really like these 2 flavors. It's called v.i.poo, and they've got a lemon and a fruity smell. I'll take it out of the pack so we can have a look. So they come as a pack of 2, and I like this one specifically. This fruit smells really good, so I normally use this upstairs, and then we use this one downstairs. This is a lemon smell. It has a lemon smell to it. Instructions are, before you do your business, you spray 1 or 2 in the bowl, you do your business and you flush, and it's as good as gold. No one will know what just happened. So my next product up is this fridge freshener. I've used a couple in the past. I'll also include the links in the description for you. But for today, we are going to be looking at this one. If you saw my previous video on how to keep your fridge clean and fresh, I did mention this product. It's a really good one. I do tend to try different products when it comes to keeping the fridge fresh, because like I said, I don't smell any scents coming out of them, which is good, but I always keep the fridge nice and fresh. This does a good job at doing that as well. The only thing is I try different ones just to see what it looks like in the fridge, just to be able to give you guys more content on which one works best. But this definitely is one of the ones that works really well. Keeps our fridge nice and fresh. I use just one. This will last you for about 3 months, which is really good. So if you've got a dishwasher, you would like this finish freshener. This will keep your dishwasher nice and fresh and also controls the scent in there. If you've got a full dishwasher and you haven't washed the dishes in a couple of hours, you might get some scents coming out of there, or you might get some odors coming out of there. This does a really good job. Well, the best way to use it is make sure that it's not blocking the blades. I'll show how I use it in my dishwasher. So this is where I've placed mine, and the reason why it's here, it's so that this blade can rotate very easily. I think I've mentioned this before in one of my previous videos. You can do that and it won't block the blade. So that's a very good way of making sure that you have it somewhere where it's not going to disturb the performance of your dishwasher. Also, it would last you for about 60 washes, but you would know when it's running out anyway, because this liquid, both liquids would continue to go down and disappear away anyway. So you know when you're running out of one, so you can get next one. And that's it for the dishwasher freshener. My next product we're going to be talking about now is how do you keep your car fresh. I know there are different air fresheners out there that people use, but this is one of my favorites that I use. I've got 2 of them. This one I just replace all the time. I get it from Boots most of the time, or any of the pound shops sometimes. I get this from, it's a Fabrice air freshener, and it just gives you a really nice fresh smell in your car. It gives you that little bit of flowery, fresh smell, which is really good. And as for this, I got this from Amazon. I would also add the links below in the description. This, it's quite nice because it comes with different pads in there, so you can basically take this off and you can replace the pads. I think it comes with pads of 6. What I didn't really like about it is the fact that you have to buy the essentials oil separately from this, so you have to make sure you get the oils in there and put it on into your car, and there you go. I do like the look of it. It looks really pretty, but in terms of functionality, I suppose once you finish using one pad, you have to replace it with another one on the go, get some more oils. So it depends on which one tickles your fancy really. This is ready-made, good to go. Just put it in your car, it's good to go. This one you need to get some essential oils to make sure that it would give you some good scents there. But the good thing about that is you can use the oils that you like yourself, so that is a plus for that. If you've ever been to my house, you would know I really like my candles. I like a room smelling of something sweet, something a bit more romantic or sexy sometimes is what I like. So for me, I would start with Smell My Nuts. This is actually, I found this from one of my favorite YouTubers. Her name is Brittany Vessel and I really like her style. Well, I got this from her and it really smells amazing. During Christmas, I got this cinnamon. I find that anything to do with cinnamon or apple or rose really tickles my fancy, so I normally dash down to TK Maxx just before Christmas and you get all these really lovely smells from there. So this is one of my favorites from TK Maxx, and this, you cannot tell me how much I really like her Jo Malone. This was given to me by a really good friend of mine for my birthday, and I really do like the scent of it. Actually, I've kept it so much that I haven't really used it because I just love, you know, the smell of it is so, I just love to have it and look at it basically. I haven't literally put it on at all, but I just like the smell of it and I do like the idea of it as well. Next one, I branched into this apple pie because I really like the smell of the Smell My Nuts, and it's the same company. But I must say I'm not a big fan of this one. It doesn't smell as much as the Smell My Nuts one. That really has different flavors coming. I mean, you've got banana, you've got hazelnut, you've got coconut, and they're different, you know, you've got banana nuts bread, so you've got different layers in here, so you get different smell at different times. When this one has the same idea, but when it comes to the apple pie, I'm not really getting a lot of scents from it, so that's the list of my favorite at the moment, but I still use it in the kitchen. And then my favorite of all time, so this is from Woodwicks, but I get them from TK Maxx as usual. Smells really Christmassy, really nice. It has that wooden Christmas smell to it, warm as well. So this is what I use, and it just depends on what's on sale sometimes, but these are one of my few favorites that I can put together. I do use diffusers. If you do use diffusers, especially those ones that you get to plug in, I don't have any at the moment, so if you've got a good recommendation in terms of one of those diffusers that you plug in and you have to put essential oils, please do leave us a comment below. It'll be lovely to find out what you use and how good they smell. If you've liked anything I've mentioned in today's video, give us a thumbs up. If you're here and you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel. This is how YouTube knows I'm giving you good content and will make it available to other people to see as well. Thank you so much for watching and see you in my next video.